Good afternoon, folks. Big Bo here with another great fifth wheel value from Parkway RV Center. Folks, in all my years that I've been shooting videos, I'm going to show you the most expensive and nicest fifth wheel I've ever had the privilege of shooting a video on. This is a 2014 Trilogy by Dynamax. Model 3800 RL. This is a 42-foot long triple slide fifth wheel. Folks, believe it or not, this thing 3 years ago cost more than most Class A motorhomes at $107,000 MSRP. This is in absolutely beautiful condition. I've never seen a fifth wheel with more options on it. And you're going to love this fifth wheel. If you're wanting a high-end premium fifth wheel for a low base model price and you don't buy this one, you just need to quit looking, folks, because you're not a shopper. This thing's an incredible value. It's priced 20 grand under market value, 20 grand under book value. I mean, you're not going to find a better deal out there for a high-end fifth wheel. 42 feet long, it weighs 14,790 pounds. Folks, make sure your truck can handle that. This is not a light-duty pickup truck fifth wheel. You're going to need a 1-ton dually. Beautiful RV, 5-stage full body paint, dual power awnings. It's got a rear and a front power awning that are in great shape. Tires look like new. It's got the 6-point hydraulic leveling system by Lippert components that works great. Alloy wheels, trail air hitch system, that's a couple of $1,000s. I mean, this thing has got it all, folks. I can't find a nick or a scratch on it. The outside storage bays I don't think have ever been used. And good Lord, this you could sleep 2 or 3 people in here if you wanted to. You've got TV hookups, your spare tire's never been on the ground, got an outside spray hose. It's got dual propane cylinders and an auxiliary one for a grill. This thing right here, I'm gonna tell you, got the LED strip lighting. No, and I know it's really hard to tell from the video and the pictures, but the whole fifth wheel is rounded. You can see the slide outs how it's rounded. I suppose that's just to help for the looks and help the aerodynamics. You've got slide toppers on all 3 of your slide outs, and these are not just 3 little slide outs. These slide outs are massive. I mean, folks, this thing, you'd have to see it to believe it. You really would. Got a filtered water system. $107,000 for a towable RV just blows my mind, folks. I mean, you can buy a that's darn near, I mean, that's as much as many Class A gas burners. And that's darn near the price range of some of the base model diesel Class A's. And this is a towable fifth wheel. You still got to buy a truck to go with it. So, I mean, this is something that I honestly believe is going to make somebody, and I'm going to go ahead and call it the buy of the year on a fifth wheel. Diamond shield. That's a big add-on if you start pulling options on the NADA. And you don't need to. I mean, you see the base book on this fifth wheel. There's no need to add options, but you can if you want to. And this is a 4 Seasons model, all enclosed underbelly. All the tanks are heated. Incredible R-Factor insulation, and it's got the tallest roofs I've ever seen on the inside of a fifth wheel. Those roofs are at least 11.5 foot tall. And I'll show you that here in a minute. Beautiful. This is not stripes, folks. This is a 5-stage paint. In other words, you can't peel those stripes off because that's paint right there. That's not stripes. You know, a lot of these, you got a little thing, but that's all smooth. That's all painted on, folks. Very, very expensive paint job. Let's look inside. Notice you've got the code entry, so in case you lose your keys, you can still get in your coach. Let's take a look inside. Folks, it's got the 6-point levelers, so it makes it easy to level it up. go ahead and shut this door because I want to save my air conditioning. Now this is a fifth wheel. I mean, this is basically a rolling mansion on wheels. Beautiful interior. Huge TV. All real leather furniture. This isn't that pleather junk. This is all real leather furniture. The sleeper sofa has an adjustable air mattress. That's at least a 55 or 60 inch TV. And it does have cable hookups and all that stuff too. Even the lights are on dimmers. So you can adjust the tone in here. Beautiful deep plush carpeting. Table and chairs. This is pretty neat. It's got the newer style day-night shades, because for those of you who've had RVs, you know the old style ones, the strings are always breaking. Well, these right here, you've got that's your night shade, or excuse me, that's your privacy shade, so it does have the newer style. Now, some of these have the day shade right here, so you've got double shades. And here's what I was talking about, and I know it's really hard to tell in the ceiling, but this is at least an 11-foot ceiling in this thing. Track lighting, solid surface countertops, residential style faucets, residential style appliances. I mean, this is an incredible kitchen. It does have, and this is just like the modern coaches, the modern motor coaches, they've gone away from the two-way RV refrigerator freezer and put all electric in. You get tons more storage. You get a lot less trouble. And this is factory. And you get a whole lot bigger fridge. And you may wonder, well, how am I going to power this going down the road? Well, they thought of that too. You've got a built-in 1800 watt inverter. So if you're hooked to your truck, you're towing this thing, your truck's charging the battery, that battery's powering the inverter, that's powering your fridge. And it also runs to the TV as well. So if you're going somewhere without hookups, you still have a cold fridge and a TV to watch. Table and chairs look immaculate. And I'll go over the NADA here in a minute, because the NADA is going to shock you pretty much. You won't believe I'm selling it for the price I'm selling it for when you see the book value. And you're going to be really, really impressed after you watch this video when you see what other 2014 Triumph 3800 RLs are bringing. Because this thing is 10 grand, 15 grand less than any other one in the country. Solid wood cabinetry. You've got sealed burner, stovetop. Doesn't look like it's been used. Microwave, convection oven combo, so you can bake in here. It's an electric oven. You can bake biscuits or pies or whatever you want to put in there. Crown molding, dual residential style ceiling fans. It's got twin 15,000 BTU roof airs. And you'll never have to worry about keeping this thing cool. Because I promise you folks, those two 15,000 BTU roof airs, which you need, most of the time you don't need two airs with a fifth wheel, but because of these 11.5-foot ceilings, you do need them on this particular one, because it's 42 feet long. So, you will need both airs on one this size with that high of a roof, because you're cooling a lot more cubic foot than you would normally do. But anyway, dirty clothes chute, residential size stand-up shower. This is about the biggest shower you're going to find in an RV. It's got a skylight, but I mean, this is got the seat built in, all surround. Very, very nice shower. You've got a private water closet. Got a porcelain RV toilet. Fantastic vent fan. Vanity. Corian countertop in the vanity. Huge front bedroom, folks. King island bed. Got the Serta mattress. Got the headboard. And you can see the curvature of the slide outs. It really looks good, folks. Got a big TV in here. That's at least a 32-inch TV. You've got another vanity right here. So you've got his and her vanities. Plenty of drawer space, plenty of cabinet space. But look at this closet, folks. Now, I know when you go to an RV from a house, you're going to have to downsize. This is as close as a walk-in closet as you're going to find in a fifth wheel. Look at the size. It's a cedar lined closet, folks. I literally can almost, I'm 6'4". I can almost stand up in here straight. I mean, this is a huge, you could almost put a sleeping bag or a cot in here and sleep another person if you wanted to. Now, folks, this unit has washer and dryer hookups for the stack unit. It's never had them installed. We can add a washer and dryer for $1,500. My personal opinion on washers and dryers, I've been around RVs for 20 years. If you're not going to use it minimum once a week, save your money, go to a washateria, don't mess with them. The main reason being, this is a big fifth wheel. You're going to need both airs to cool it. The dryers in these things, as you can see, are 110, not 220 like you see in houses. So that means it's going to take the washers and dryers several hours to dry a load of clothes about the size of a pair of shorts and 2 t-shirts, because that's all they'll hold. During that hours that you're waiting for that to dry, and you can literally almost put them out on a clothesline and dry them quicker, but in the time you're waiting for that thing to dry that small load of clothes, you're going to have to turn one of your air conditioners off. Most of the time you're fine, but when it gets 100 degrees or 90 degrees like it is right now, you're going to need both air conditioners. So keep that in mind. Even for those of you who are living in one, washers and dryers, if you don't use it once a week, you're better off not having it. And that's just my personal advice. I've seen those things leak because people forget to winterize the line going to the washer. They freeze and bust. Flood the camper during the winter time while it's stored. And I've seen them do thousands of dollars in damage to the floors of RVs. And the people never even use the washers and dryers. People use them once, realize how much of a pain they are and how long they take. They never use them again. But I'm going to tell you, I've got a motorhome myself. Mine came with a washers and dryer. That's the first thing I did, was take that washer and dryer out and sell it on Craigslist. I took the storage instead of the washer and dryer. But that's entirely up to you, folks. I know I've heard of a lot of nightmare stories about washers and dryers on the internet, so I'm gonna let you be your own judge. It's a great idea, but just not a well-designed one because of that 110 dryer and the fact that RVs sit so long between use. It's really rough on them, folks. It's really rough on those washers, because if you don't winterize the lines going to the washers, they're going to freeze and bust and cause incredible amount of damage. But anyway, folks, 42 feet long, 3 slide outs, 11.5 foot tall ceilings, 5-stage full body paint, 100, and I'm going to show you right here, so you know I'm not just blowing smoke. Now, let me tell you something. 2014 Trilogy, 5th wheel, 3800 RL. Now, I'm not like other dealers and add 2 pages of add-ons, because people that add options to NADA, 9 out of 10 of those options they add are standard equipment. The only way to know for sure what's standard and what's optional, so you know what to add for it, is to download and print the factory brochure like I did. This has a list of all standard equipment here in the back and optional equipment. And if you're trying to sell one and you want to put an NADA on your ad, that's fine. Download and print one of the brochures on the internet for what you're trying to sell. False advertising, folks, applies to for sale by owners just as much as dealers. So if you advertise something for that the NADA is a certain value and it's not, you can go to court for that and wind up costing you a lot of money. I've seen it happen before, folks. So just to play it safe, and also I kind of like to show off and show what kind of deals we sell every day. I only do NADA base retail. Suggested list price, what it cost new in 2014, $107,300. Low retail, $51,900. Average retail, $62,600. So it's actually $13,000 and change over NADA base retail. Now it does have certain options, like the Diamond Shield. It's got the TV, the ceiling fans, things like that that are not standard equipment. Those are added, but you know, you can add for those if you want to. Also, it's got that Blu-ray receiver and for your speakers, surround sound, all that. But anyway, folks, I want you to try to find a better deal on a 2014 3800 RL Trilogy. I really do. I want you to try to find one, because if you can find a better price for one of these, you're better on the internet than I am, and I love to be proven wrong. I want you to try to find a lower price. And also, folks, I didn't mention this before, this unit includes a 90-day nationwide limited warranty that goes into effect the day you pick it up or the day we deliver it. God, this is a beautiful coach. I love the colors and hearing the lights. Once you see this thing in person, folks, you're going to be wanting to write a check for it. I promise you. Anyway, it includes a 90-day nationwide warranty through CoachNet. It also includes a major systems check by our certified RV techs to be completed after purchase. I can't imagine them finding anything wrong with it, folks. If this thing's been used, it's been used very, very little. And I'm not saying that it's like new. I never say that about any of them. But just from me spending the last hour and a half in here, turning everything on, getting the airs on, all that stuff, I've yet to see a worn spot. I've yet to see a scuff, a scratch, a ding, a dent. And I'm not saying if you spend all day out here with a magnifying glass going over this thing with a fine-tooth comb, that you may find a cosmetic imperfection or two. That's just part of buying used. Folks, you're buying this thing for less than half what it cost new 3 years ago. If you bought this thing new and you financed it, you would still owe $85,000 to $90,000 on this coach when it's as old as this one. In other words, if you'd bought this thing in 2014, you'd owe at least 85 grand on it. And that's after paying 10% down and all the other fees that the dealers charge you when you buy one of these new. So if you'd bought this thing new, there's no way in the world you would consider selling yours for what I'm selling mine for, because you couldn't afford to sell it for what I'm selling mine for. But that is why you're doing the smart thing and looking at used fifth wheels instead of new ones. These things have so little use, but they're half price. I mean, anybody that goes out and spends $100 and something thousand on one of these brand new is a fool, when you can buy one like this for $49,900. With a full inspection, we're going to check the jacks, we're going to check your slide operation, we're going to check your awnings, we're going to check all your converters, your inverters, we're going to check everything on the inside, roof airs, ceiling fans, drawers, cabinets, refrigerator, appliances, lights, plug-ins. We're going to make sure your sofa folds out into a bed like it's supposed to. It's got a central vacuum. We're going to check that. We're going to check, pretty much everything you can think of to check, and fix anything that it needs to pass that inspection, no matter what it costs. And I can't imagine us spending a dime on this fifth wheel in repairs, because I can't even find a light that doesn't turn on. So folks, this is an incredible buy for somebody looking for a high-end fifth wheel. If you've been looking at these brand new, if you've got a deposit on one of these brand new, even if you lose your deposit, folks, I'm going to save you 40, 50 grand even after you pay your deposit that you lost, and buy this used one. Because you put this next to a 2017 model, folks, you can't tell a nickel's worth of difference, except that this one's half price. Don't let it get away. This may be the last time you'll ever see a deal like this on this particular fifth wheel. I've never had one this nice with this many amenities and for this price before. I mean, I cannot stress to you enough, do your research, do your homework, look online, Google's the RV shopper's best friend. You can look at every 2015 or 2014 Trilogy fifth wheel for sale in the country right now, just like I did, in a 30-second Google search, and compare prices. Look how many of them you get with a warranty, with an inspection, for under $50,000, and that's out the door. Now, folks, our price is haggle free because you're not going to find one no less. They're not out there. There also includes the services that I just described. $49.9's haggle free includes the 90-day warranty, includes the inspection and a walkthrough by the RV tech that checked it out to show you how everything works. It also includes starter kit, temporary tag, instructional DVDs, and much more. All that for under $50,000 out the door. $49.9 haggle free. Now, if you want to take the unit as is, which means no inspection, no walkthrough, no warranty, we will discount the price. And folks, I'm not expecting you to just come up here and hook it to your vehicle and go. I'll still plug it into electricity like I have it right now. I'm just going to let you look through it. You can check everything yourself. You can see what works and what doesn't before you decide if, hey, I want to buy this as is, or no, I want to let them inspect it and fix anything wrong with it before I pick it up. It's entirely up to you. You can spend as much time as you want to in it, and you can decide then if you want to take it as is, or if you want to take it and let my guys go through it, check it, fix everything on our inspection that it doesn't pass, which in this one I can't imagine anything not passing on it. But it's your choice. We give you options, folks. And if you do take it as is, of course, that's no warranty. That's taking the good with the bad. And we will discount the unit, what it cost me to pay my RV techs to check it out, and what I have to pay for the warranty that I turn around and give to you. $49.9 haggle free with the services, no dock fees, no prep fees, no processing fees, corporate fees, acquisition fees, none of that stuff, folks. No warranty fees. You know, any other dealer you go to, you buy a used 2014, it's as is. Ours includes the warranty at the lowest price on the internet. Folks, we're Parkway RV Center. 49 years, family owned and operated for 3 generations. We sell 500 to 600 used units a year because we have the lowest prices on the internet. And thanks to the internet, folks, people can shop every dealer in the country and compare prices. And that's why people travel from all over the country to buy from us, because we slay the other dealers' prices. We've got some really unique stuff. Got a lot of inventory, over 170 used RVs, which, by the way, is more than any dealer within 100 or within a 500-mile radius of us. And they're all used. They've all got prices on them. You can look at your own leisure. You don't have to be escorted. I don't use commission salespeople because commission salespeople create sales pressure, and let's be honest with you, folks, every extra dollar a commission salesperson gets you to pay is an extra quarter in their pocket, because they get 25% of the gross profit, and you're having to overpay by 25% because the dealer has to mark them up that much more to cover the commission rate. You know, I don't have 30 or 40 salespeople like most lots my size have. I have 4 non-commissioned salespeople, so they stay pretty busy. If you want to look around unescorted, of course, you're welcome to come down anytime, no appointment needed. If you want to be escorted, or if you want the unit plugged up to power so you can see what works on it and what doesn't, you're going to have to call ahead, make an appointment with one of my non-commissioned salespeople, and just like a doctor's appointment, folks, be on time, because these guys schedule their days up. Sometimes I've got some salespeople that are right now on a 5-day waiting period for appointments. So, not all of them, but I've got one of them right now that he's very experienced. He's one of the best, and you can't just show up and talk to him. He works 4 or 5 days out on appointment only. But anyway, give us a call, folks. You know, we've got some great deals out here. Not just if this is more than you want to spend on a fifth wheel, folks. You know, I've got $40,000 fifth wheels for $22,900. I mean, I've got fifth wheels for $14,900, $16,900, whatever price range you want to be in. Chances are I've got a fifth wheel to suit your needs. If you want a motor home, I've got tons of them. You want a travel trailer, toy hauler, hybrid, I've got tons of them as well. If I don't have what you're looking for, you don't need it. I've got the largest selection of any dealer within a 500-mile radius. No extra fees, no games, no gimmicks, no surprises. When you sell almost 600 units a year between 4 salespeople, we don't have time for games, gimmicks, surprises, even more so than you do, because we just don't have the time. We price these things straightforward. We put our best price on the internet because we're competing against thousands of other dealers who price their RVs on the internet. And if we didn't have the lowest prices, folks, our phones would never ring, our lots would be empty, and our email boxes would be empty. But because we have the lowest prices on the internet, these guys stay covered up. Give us a call, 706-965-7929. Evenings and Sundays, 423-605-6747. Our website's parkwayrvcenter.com or .net. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Make sure you hit the notification setting so you get notified every time I post a video, which is just about every day. And my next video is going to be pretty special. I've actually got a celebrity motorhome that I'm going to be posting, and just subscribe to my channel. I'll try to have it on tomorrow sometime, but it's unique, to say the least. But anyway, give us a call, drop us an email. I look forward to seeing everybody here in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia. Also forgot to mention financing available with approved credit, and we can help you arrange nationwide delivery. Thank you for watching. Look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.